I throw lecture on the subject compiler design, subject code CS702. This is for computer science and engineering students. I am Konkon Jana, Assistant Professor of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management. JS Group, it's a joint venture. This is module 1 of the subject compiler design, having the subject code CS702. This lecture based on the syllabus of BTech Computer Science and Engineering of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology, West Bengal, formerly known as West Bengal University of Technology. In Module 1 of Compiler Design, students of Computer Science and Engineering of 7th semester will know about Introduction to Compiling and Lexical Analysis. Module 1 has 7 lectures in total. Contents of Module 1 lecture is Introduction to Compiling, which have 2 lectures in total, compilers, analysis, synthesis model, the phases of the compiler, cosines of the compiler. Next, we need to know about lexical analysis, which have 5 lectures in total. The role of the lexical analyzer, tokens, patterns, leximes, input buffering, specification of a token, recognition of tokens, finite automata from a regular expression to an NFA, from a regular expression to DFA, design of a lexical analyzer generator, LX. So, we will start lecture 6 in this session. I am using digital whiteboard for better dictation. Important points and some reference will be written in this board. Finite automata. We shall now discover how LX turns its input program into a lexical analyzer. At the heart of the transition is the formalism known as finite automata. So, this is about the lexical analyzer and transition is the formalism known as finite automata. Finite automata. Okay, and these are essentially graphs like transition diagram with a few differences. Which type of differences? Finite automata are recognizers. They simply say yes or no about each possible input string. Okay, automata are recognizers. Simply say yes or no about each possible input string. Okay, and finite automata come in two flavors actually. Okay. Number one is NFA and number two is DF. Okay. NFA and DF. Clear? NFA means non-deterministic finite automata. Non-deterministic finite automata. And which have no restriction on the levels of their ages. No restriction on the levels of their ages. Okay. A symbol can be labeled several ages out of the same state. And suppose E will be denoted using that. The empty string is a possible label. Next one is deterministic finite automata. Deterministic finite automata. The deterministic finite automata. It have exactly one edge for each state and for each symbol of its input alphabet. It have exactly one edge with the symbol leaving that state. Exactly one edge. Exactly one edge. Okay. Both deterministic and non-deterministic finite automata are capable of recognizing the same languages. In fact, these languages are exactly the same language. This is called the regular expression. Okay. Called the regular expression. Regular expression. Okay. So, what about NFA? A non-deterministic finite automata consists of a finite set of a state S. Finite set of a state S. Okay. Finite set of state S. Next, a set of input symbol consists input symbol, that is sigma. The input alphabet. We assume that epsilon, which stands for the empty string, is never a member of sigma for this purpose only. Okay. A transition function, what? That is the transition function that gives for each state and for each symbol in sigma union of epsilon set of next states. Okay. And fourth one, state S0 from S that is distinguished as the start state or initial state. Start state or initial state. A state S0 from S that is distinguished the start. A set of states A a subset of S that is distinguished as the accepting states, accepting state or final states. Okay, so we can represent either an NFA or DFA by a transition graph. Represent NFA or DFA by a transition graph, where the nodes are state. Nodes are states. Clear? Nodes are state. And the level edges represent the transition function. Represent transition function. Okay. There is an edge level at A from state S to state T. For example, S to T, and if and only if T is one of the next state for state S and input A. This graph is very much simple, like a transition diagram, except the same symbol can label edges. Same symbol can label edges from one state to several different states. From one state to several different state, and an edge may be labeled by epsilon, the empty string, instead of or in addition to symbol from the input alphabet. Okay, so just giving an example, the transition graph for an NFA recognizing the language of regular expression. This is the regular expression. Okay, for the NFA that will recognize this thing. This abstract example describe all strings of A and B's ending in the particular string A, B, B. and that will be used throughout this. I will use this example throughout this session. It is similar to regular expressions that describe languages of real interest. However, for instance, an expression describing all files whose name ends in .o is any start dot. What I like to say actually, suppose there is a file, those have the extension .o. Okay. Now, any character start .o, where any stands for printable character. Okay, that will be stands for this. Okay. Now I am explaining for this particular type of example. Okay. This is our convention for transition diagram. Okay, and this is that one. Around state 3 indicates that this state is accepting. Okay, this is accepting. Okay, notice that the only ways to get from the start state 0 for a while, then goes to state 1, 2 and 3 by reading A, B. Okay, reading one by one by the subsequent stages. Thus, the only string getting to the accepting state is those that end in A, B. Clear? So, this is an example. With that example, just I have explained what will be happen. Next, next we will know about the transition table. How the transition table will work. How the transition table will work. We can also represent an NFA by transition table whose rows correspond to the state and whose columns correspond to the input symbol and epsilon. Okay, input symbol and epsilon. The entry for a given state and input is the value of the transition function. Apply those arguments. If the transition function has no information about that state input pair, about what? About state input pair. State input transition function about state input information about state input pair. Okay. then put phi in the table of the pair. Okay. The transition table for the NFA of this graph, which one is the transition table? Already I have told you. This is the transition table. Okay. This is the transition table. This is the transition graph and this is the transition table. The transition table will be this table, having this table. In the state 0, this is the state 0, state 1, we having that one, and state 2, and this one is state 3. Okay, we have that type of string, this one, and this one, and this. Okay, clear? So this transition table has the advantage that we can easily find the transition on a given state and input. It takes a lot of space. This is the disadvantage of it. When the input alphabet is large, yet most states do not have any moves on most of the input symbol. Okay. Now, acceptance of input string by automata. An NFA accept input string X if and only if there is some path in the transition graph. Input string X if and only if there is some path in the transition graph. From where? From start state to one of the accepting state. So that the symbols along the path that will be spelled out as X. Note that epsilon labels along the path. Epsilon labels along the path. And are effectively ignore it. Okay, that will be ignored. Since the empty string does not contribute to the string constructed along the path are effectively ignored along the path. So the string AABB is accepted by the NF. Okay, for this purpose only. AABB, that is the accepted string. And this is from state 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. That is from 0 to 3. Okay. Now, note that several paths labeled by the same string may lead to different state. For instance, path is another path from state 0 labeled by the string A BP. Okay. This path leads to state 0, which is not accepting. Okay. You can get it, but it cannot be acceptable. It will never be acceptable. For the state 0, all are 0. Okay. So the language defined or accepted by an NFA is the set of string labeling some path from the start to an accepting state. We may use LA to stand for the language accepted by automata. We use LA. We use LA. This symbol we can use severally. Okay. Now next we will know about the deterministic finite automata. Deterministic finite automata. What about it? A deterministic finite automata is a special case of an NFA where there are no moves on input epsilon. No moves on input epsilon. Okay. And for each state S, for each state S and input symbol A, there is exactly one edge out of S labeled A. Okay. So for each state S and input symbol this. Clear? If we are using a transition table to represent a DFA, then each entry is a single state. We may therefore represent this state without the curly braces that we use. DFA is a simple concrete algorithm for recognizing string. Simple concrete algorithm to recognize the string. Every NFA can be converted to DFA, accepting the same languages. Okay, there should not be any differences. Now you need to simulate a DFA. Now simulate a DFA, that is the algorithm. You need to input string X terminated by an end of file character UF and state S like that, and output will be this, and yes if D accepted X, no otherwise, and this method will be applicable. Okay, so with this example we will show how it will be happened. This is our string. Okay, this is our string. Now how it will be converted to the DF? We will use this algorithm already in the next topic already we have discussed. Okay, and this is the NFA. How we get it actually? This is the way we have that one. Okay, given the input string we get A B A B. This DFA enter the sequence of steps 0 1 2 1 2 3. Okay, and return yes, and it returns at last yes. Okay, Thank you.